So, Liam puts me in the arm lock. This is going to be our count, okay? So we'll go through it again slow. He arm bars me. First thing is, if he extends his hips away, he's going to break my arm, right? So I bring my leg up, and I'm stacking him here. My hand here for base. If he's very strong, he'll still extend my arm, but this buys me just a few seconds, right? Try and extend. My weight goes into it. Now I'm going to extend my left leg and just drop my hip into him. And there's the pass, okay? Basically just doing a universal sprawl. It's just 2 motions. That's what makes it so effective. It's very efficient. It's simple, right? 1 motion and 2 motions. Okay, one more time. Yeah, and a normal thing for armbar guys to do, if I go here, is reach between my legs with the other hand, and then they will sweep you and finish from here. Okay, everybody does that. So, that's one of the reasons why I'm putting all my weight into my left leg. Right? I'm going nice and slow. All my weights are trying to lift my left leg. It's heavy. Right? I'm not going to take that anywhere. So just 2 steps. Bring your leg up, slowly extend your other leg and push your hip into them. Your hand is here for base. You don't need to tie up your arms. A lot of people do this. Right. Arm lock. And people will grab and do different things here. Whatever I do with my hands, good armbar people will untie your hands like they're untying a pair of shoes. It's not hard, okay? So that's not your defense. Your defense has got to be structure taking his hip away. Otherwise it won't. Probably won't work. Okay, let's try it. Back and forth. I want you just to stick with this armbar escape, and I want to show it one more time, a little more detail. And if you're doing this a little bit, then let's talk about the omoplata, okay? Because as you pull that out, there's an opportunity for them to switch right to the omoplata, which they probably do. So we'll have an early counter to that, okay? So just on the arm lock, the arm bars me. I should be in this position. I'm raising my right leg up. See how close I am to his hip? And my left knee is up tight against it, right? My hand goes to the mat. If you don't have your hand on the mat, you're going to feel off balance, and when you try and sprawl at him, into him, it won't work, right? This needs to be here for base. Now I can straighten out my left leg and my hip goes right in, okay? This is where he may switch to an omoplata if he's clever, right? Yes. I already have my leg up. So that makes it hard for Liam to get onto his right hip. He needs to get onto his right hip to finish me. So I'm going to drive into him. I'm going to push my shoulder into him and then just spaghetti my arm out, okay? So you don't have to do a lot because you already have your leg up. Armbar this one. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. So, leg up, hand for base. Well, takes this omoplata. My leg stays up. Right? To finish me, he's got to get onto his left hip. I'm not letting him do that. I push into him a little bit, spaghetti my arm out. Okay. So if you're newer and not even know what an omoplata is or anything, don't worry about that. Just do the armbar escape a few more times. If you're familiar with that, you want to transition to the omoplata, you can do it. So the only thing you have to remember in an omoplata, if Liam goes to finish with this, right, he's got to get onto this hip. Yes. This is, that go to finish? Good. So you see he's on his left hip, right? I know he has to get on his left hip. If he's on his right hip, go to finish, he can't finish. So that's why I'm basing into him, right? And then I push back into him, and then I relax my arm to get my arm. So you don't really need to change your base at all if they switch to an omoplata. Okay? A couple more times, go ahead. And if you're new, just keep doing the arm lock escape. Straight arm lock escape. The formula for all these is the same, right? If you're wondering what to do. It always starts with your base. If your base is off, the no matter what I do to counter whatever he's doing, you're going to get potentially swept or rolled if he switches to something else, or he goes from an arm lock into a triangle, who knows what. So the first thing you have to do is get good base, okay? That's why it's really important my other hand's on the mat in this particular technique. When he arm locks me, what's the first thing I'm doing here? On my base, right? Move around. I just structure so I have good base. And everything else flows from that. After base, it's just about where you put your weight. In this case, my connection into his hip. Okay? So when in doubt, go back, base. If I didn't have my hand on the mat, come back, and I tried to do it, there's a little dodging in here, right? I feel off balance and don't have good structure. Now I do. Okay? So here's how we're going to drill. You're going to be inside your partner's closed guard. He's going to attack my base and posture a little bit, and I'm just going to defend. I'm going to defend. And then I'm going to feed him an arm lock. I'm going to give him an obvious feed, an egregious mistake. Right? I'm going to reach up. And I'm going to let him arm bar me. Good. And tap, go back. Okay? Go on, defend, defend. And one of these times, maybe the second one, maybe the third one, he arm locks me, and I counter. Okay? And then I go back. So sometimes I'm going to let him do the arm bar. Sometimes I'm going to counter. He doesn't know which one. And in between time, we're just kind of defending base and posture, right? It's uncooperative, but I'm feeding him the technique so he can practice, and he's letting me work my counter, right? So you're working with each other cooperatively to a degree. Make sense? I'll tell you when to switch. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for frequent updates, because we're updating this every week. And make sure you comment and like and share our videos. We appreciate it, and we definitely try and respond to all the comments. And if you like what we're doing and you like the material, check out SBG University, SBGU, and you're going to see a ton more in much greater depth than what you see here on YouTube. Thank you very much.